So this is your basic DSLR camera. You have right here is a kit lens that came with the camera. You have another lens that I bought separately for this camera, an external microphone, the camera body, and then the carrying bag, which is over here. In this video, I'm going to show you just the basic parts of the camera, from the battery to the SD card and the whole thing broken apart. So, here you go. So this is what it looks like, all broken into pieces. So I'm going to go through here and explain exactly what all of this is, starting with the very basics. This right here is the Sony battery. This is a 1020 milliamp hour battery. You can buy different batteries for your camera if you need to, or stick with this kit one, which is like this one. The battery goes into the body of the camera right here, and it's fairly simple. You can see inside the camera there is a spring and a contact. So the spring and a contact, and you can match that up here. The contact goes right here and the spring goes right here, and that snaps in. There's a little device here that lets that snap in. Now you'll see right here that there's another slot on this particular camera. That is where this goes. This is an SD card. This SD card in particular is a 32 gigabyte. I believe it is a 120 megabyte writing speed. This is a class 3 SD card, which means it is capable of holding 4K video and recording 4K video successfully. So this card goes into this slot just like that, and it just clicks in. You can click it out and remove it like so. Set it in there, click it in, close it up, you're ready to go. So this right here is the kit lens that came with this camera body right here. And this lens is a 3.5 to 6.5 f-stop, and it's a 16 to 50 millimeter lens, which means this lens has the capability of changing its focal point between 16 millimeters and 50 millimeters. And I'll get into what that means in a later video. This lens right here is a different lens. This did not come with the camera. This one is an f1.8 55 millimeter lens. So where this lens can go from 16 millimeters to 50 millimeters, this one is set at 55. So what that means is this is a prime lens. It has a set focal length of 55 millimeters. One of the most minute things is this guy. This is just a lens cover. That's all it is. It's a little piece of plastic, but it is invaluable. The lens cover, you can see it on this camera, this lens, and how it fits on here. To take it off, you simply pinch and release. Put it on, you pinch and apply. The same goes for this one. And each lens cover is different in size in comparison to the lens, so you can't swap lens covers normally. This guy right here, last but not least, is a Rode microphone. Now this is an aftermarket microphone. It did not come with this camera body. This camera has a microphone on it, but I recommend you buy or somehow could get an aftermarket microphone, just because your quality will improve and you won't be able to shoot very good shots with that one. So that does it for the introductory video. I did forget one thing. This is called a lens hood. Some aftermarket lenses will come with one of these. These are for extreme light shootings. It goes on the end like this and limits the amount of light and puts a kind of a shade onto the lens so that direct sunlight won't hit the lens right here. So that does it for this introductory video of all the parts and pieces of just a standard DSLR camera.